Hey, Big Nosh in the house. Big Nosh in the house, top of the morning. I never have no time, and the kids will not let me make a YouTube video unless they're in it. And I tried to make a YouTube video, and I wanted them to be in it and help me open up the Mark Spears blind bags. Almost had a heart attack. They just got the bags. They was just shaking around, trying to rip them open. And then they're singing, and then they're dancing, then they're horse playing. And I had to shut it down. So we opened a couple of them, but I had to shut it down. And I was leave the video up, and my wife was like, "Nah, that is a really bad YouTube video." So I deleted the video. But I just want to make sure they know that I love them and I'm a good dad, and I don't want them growing up with some type of thing against me like I had against my dad. Um, and I know that just having fun and spending time with them, doing stuff that matters. Like last night, we made upside down pizza. Turned out to be garbage. Didn't come out good at all. Anyway, I cut most of the bags open, and I'm going to share with you first the ones we opened, and then we'll go ahead and open up the rest of them. I have 45 Mark Spears blind bags, and I have I have a bunch of other comics from a clean out. Basically, my wife does probate for a living, and she's doing a probate for my mom's house. And about 60 comics were found. I really didn't find anything that's like a big book, something to say, hey, write me a check for $50,000. Nothing like that. Most of them are like $10 or $12 comic books. I don't know if I want to share that in this video. I really want to just try to keep it to um, just unveiling what's in the Mark Spears bag. I want the video to kind of be boom, boom. I don't want it to be boring. All right, so here goes the ones we opened already. I'm going to just go ahead and just go through these real quick. I didn't have this issue, so this is a win. This is a win for Big Nosh. All right. Okay. This is a win. I am very happy to have this. So that's an issue one. We're going to set this right here. Um, I have this one, so this was not a win, but I might try to sell some of these. I'm not greedy. I live most of my life at work, so then we have another one. Okay. Okay, let's see what this one is here. I didn't have this one, so this is another win. I think I have a couple of these though. Okay. Yeah, Monster and the Wolf, Frankenstein and the Wolf. Again, make sure that glare is not there. Okay. Now this is one I did not have. So this is another win for me. I did not have this one. Now I do have a couple of them, so um, again, maybe I could sell a few for people who didn't get one. This particular issue. I didn't have this issue at all. Did not have this one. So this is another win. And I didn't have this issue either. I don't even know what movie this is from. If you know what movie this is from, you could just hit me up. Right? A girl underwater with a breathing face mask on. I'm thinking it's from that movie with the monster. Let's see, what movie is that? I can't think of that monster's name. The monster's in my head. So old 60s. No, they didn't have. Yeah, I can't think of the name of that movie. And they played the music, and it's a really old movie, and the woman screams while she's underwater, and then she faints while she's underwater. It's crazy. Me have a sip of coffee, and then we'll get back to it. Okay. So again, I'm just gonna got this one. That's the second one. And then this is a third one of this. And I think this is a second one of Frankenstein and the Wolf. And this is a fourth one. So again, now we're talking about, did you need that? And when I ordered them, I ordered mine through my comic shop. And I said, hey, I'll pay for them right now, if it helps. I just bought 30 more. And I guess he sold the comic shop to somebody else. And he said, you ain't got to pay till they come. But I'm about to go on vacation next week and I'm not going to be around. So I think I'm going to go up and pay, Here we go. Let's see what we got. We have another one. Okay, so do you need that? No, I don't. Right. So, one down. We got a bunch of them. Uh-oh. Not coming out. Yeah, I just took some scissors across the top and cut them all open. Okay. This is what I was hoping to avoid. Okay, let's see if we can just pull it out. So we did not need the girl underwater. We did not need another one of those. Okay, there's a corner. I didn't get the corners too well. All right. Sorry about this, everybody. Opening blind bags. She's in there, boy. Let's see if we cut some of these corners off. Okay. I did not have this one. So this is a win. This is a win. Very happy to have that. Okay, so let's put this one to the side. Turn it upside down. Oh, it's a loss. Two. I don't need two of them. So we'll see. We'll see if I can knock some of these off. We will see if I can knock some of these off. This is a win, baby. This is a win. I don't know what movie this is from, so if you guys can help me out, that'd be great. I feel like I should know. I don't know. Okay, let's keep it going, baby. Let's keep it going. Oh, man. The corner got me again. And here we go. All right. Let's see what we're doing here. Oh. Okay, my bad. I was trying to think of a fast, easy way to open these. Because just pulling the plastic apart, I just think it's a really bad idea. Oh, another win. Wail the lonely path with death as the grim reaper brews death curse. This is a win, baby. This is a win. Big Nosh did not have this in this collection. All right. I keep referring to myself as Big Nosh, but really, I'm not that big of a guy no more. As a matter of fact, I'm at a point where I'm lifting weights. I'm getting more pleasure out of 30-minute workouts than I am 2-hour workouts. Here's another one. This is a win. I didn't have this one. I am feeling grateful. I am feeling happy. Okay, here we go. Let's keep it going. But I've been working out my entire life, but but I'm really ready to work out light and really get those reps in as opposed to lifting heavy. Even when I lift heavy, I get a lot of reps in. Okay, so we have two of them like this. All right, so I should bring in a nice little penny if I try to sell them. I didn't have this one. I did not have this one. I did not have this one. So I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling so happy that I'm happier than happy. And I've been working out with my wife, and she does these small little workouts. And at first working out with her, I was like, man, I'm not doing that. That ain't gonna do nothing for me. I just had really bad attitude, horrible attitude, you know. And but now, as I'm getting older, like just certain things just hurt all the time, no matter what I do. And okay, we have two of these. So I'll let you guys get a real good look at that there. This is quite a book. This is quite a cover to look at because you see she has the metal around her chest and her legs and private parts, and then she has the metal bracelets, and then she has the wings here, expanding out on both sides, and they kind of come all the way up here. Imagine walking down the street and seeing someone standing there like that. Is this a joke? Are you about to die? What's going on? Right? So, oh, hold on. If you can see the little horns in her head, and then I'm sure if you can see her eyes, the very, 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 very scary. She has a bracelet around her neck too. It's a very scary cover for sure. I mean, look at the bracelet around her neck. This is a really, really scary cover. So I don't know what movie this is from. And by the way, I am not a YouTuber. I'm just someone who likes to share his comics because my wife is not into it. She's seen all these comics. This is what she said to me. Oh, you got a bunch of free comics. Like, come on now. Go on, get out of here before we start arguing. Love the Scarecrow. Oh, wait, there's a glare. Love the Scarecrow. He's in a pumpkin patch. So I guess it makes sense. But I thought I thought they were mostly corn stalks. So very, very nice cover. Uh-oh. Is it sticking? Yeah, it's sticking. Let's go ahead and cut that off again. Sorry about this, you guys. Okay, we got another Scarecrow. So it looks like they bagged a bunch of the same books in no particular, and they did it maybe in a certain order. I wish my buddy Justin could see these. Okay, so we have another one. So at this point, we are no longer winning unless I can sell these and get some money back. And that's a whole nother type of beast, just selling stuff to people and, So I'm actually on vacation. I can't believe I have a week off from work. My job is so hard. I deliver medical equipment. It's very different from driving a bus. And this job is just beating my body up. So I'm thinking about asking for a transfer to a warehouse. It pays about $5 less, but I'm still in the union. I'll still get a pension when it's all said and done, whenever I quit. But the driving part is the hardest because every Thursday we have our morning meeting, and the discussion always comes down to, if you do this, they're going to fire you. If you do this, they're going to suspend you. If you do this, they're going to fire you. If you do this, they're going to suspend you. If you do this, this is really huge for the company. There's a lot of rules for the drivers that the people in the warehouse don't have to live by. Also, you can only work 14 hours a day, drive only 10 hours a day, but you can work up to 14 hours a day. Whereas the warehouse, you could work 16 hours a day. And granted, it is a little bit, like I said, a few dollars less. Like, think, like, see, 27, 20 to 9, 30, 31, like $4 less. But it's a safer bet because nobody wakes up and goes to work and says, "Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna go get in an accident today. It's just a great day for that." I mean, it's called an accident, but it it can just happen, and they really, really, really look down on that. They really look down on that, and I've never been fired from a job before, but just hearing that every Thursday is scaring me. Like, so I can't be, running around looking for another job. Okay, we still got ways to go. These are all blind bags. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, okay, we are losing. We are losing. I think that's the fourth one. I'm not really keeping track. I'm enjoying myself though, so that's the main thing. Okay, I think that's the second one here. All right, that's the second one. Okay. Another one underwater. And we are going to go ahead and start a new pile because that pile looks like it's going to fall over. Hey, the comic book G-Man in the house, good to see you. I am having a secret book opening without the kids because every time I try to make a video, they want to get in it. They want to dance. They want to sing. They want to play wrestle. So I'm sneaking around early in the morning trying to knock this out. Okay, here we go. Let's get the scissors, actually. That's a safer bet. I had them all cut open already, but I missed some of them. Okay, so I think this is the third one. Hey, nice to see you too. This is the third one. So again, we're not necessarily losing because I could probably sell these to someone. Like I said, we're gonna start a new pile here. We'll just put this one in the bag. All right. Let's keep it going. I want to keep these going. Did we get it? Hung up on the corner. Shoot. Let's cut that corner off. There we go. Let's cut that corner off. Okay. Okay, I think this is a win. I didn't have this one in black and white. This is a win. Granted, I have 4 or 5 of them in color. This is a win. So I'm feeling happy. We're looking for that Walking Dead one. Let me see here. Okay, this is the second or third one like this I have. So we're going to keep going. All right. See, I bought 45 of them. I bought 15 from one place. It ran me about, because I got my regular comics, so that was about like $100 some. And I bought 30 of them from another place, and that ran me for about $300 something. And I didn't tell my wife. She came down and she saw them. She said, "Oh, you have a bunch of free comic books?" And I looked at her. I was like, "Come on now, don't come down here starting stuff." This is a win. I don't have this one. I've never even seen this color. This is a win for me. So cool, very cool. I don't even know who this is, to be honest with you. I'm thinking it's that guy from that movie, but I don't remember seeing this guy. So if you know who this is, you can go ahead and let me know. It's a clown. Oh, I love clowns. Ever since I saw the first It movie. Ever since I saw the first It movie, Even though that movie was like really slow, and I'm gonna lie, that movie was slow and boring. I watched it like 5 or 6 times when I was a kid, and I just loved it. So when they came out with a new It movie, I was all in. I don't have this one. And this seems to be very different from all the scary comic books. So again, this is a win. This is a win for me. We'll go ahead and put this one in the bag. All right, here we go. I don't have this one, so this is a win. This is my first one like this. A spider web and just that old school look of a werewolf. Very nice. All right. Okay, we got two of them. We have two of these, so okay, still not bad. Still not bad. I was sharing earlier, G-Man, that I have about, I think maybe 60 or 70 more comics. Cause my wife does probate for a living, and she's doing my mom's probate, and she found a bunch of comic books in the house, but they're not only worth about 10 or 12 bucks a piece. Okay, so this is probably the fifth or sixth one like this I have. So I'm gonna put this one in the bag. I went through each one. I went through each one looking for that $50,000 comic book, and it wasn't there. So it's all good. I don't have this one. I've never even don't have this one. This is cool. This is very cool. So that's a win. I got 30 more coming for issue 8. But this is definitely gonna be my last time buying blind bags, because it's just a lot of money. That's all. It's just a lot. I don't have this one. The Making of Frankenstein. The Making of Frankenstein. How awesome is that? How can you capture that on the cover? Let me just see this. Nice. Yep, very nice. Very nice. You can see the creepy guy there. Let's see, the creepy guy here who always lurching around, and then Mr. Frankenstein there, and just very cool. Very cool. Very cool. So, like I was saying, my wife does probate for a living, and she's doing my mom's probate, and so I think this is my third one like this. I don't know who this guy is. If you know who he is, if you know what movie this is from, go ahead, let me know, because I have no idea. The new one on Netflix is excellent. Oh, what new one? A Frankenstein movie? Is it a Frankenstein movie? Okay, I'm gonna check it out, because Frankenstein's my guy. I used to joke all the time. Well, I still joke about it, because Stan Lee has said in one of his videos that he was recorded live on. He said he saw Frankenstein. He said something more can be done with this. And from Frankenstein, he came up with the Hulk. And so I always often joke, Frankenstein is Hulk's daddy. If it wasn't for Frankenstein, there'd be no Hulk. There'd be no She-Hulk. Here we go. I don't have this cover. How awesome is that? Oh my God. Look at that. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. I'm going to make a box for all the covers I want to keep, and then make a box for the ones I don't really care for to keep, and probably get rid of them. I don't even know what movie this is from. Looks awesome though. The best thing about this, if you look close, she is smiling and she has a cigarette in her hand, enjoying every minute of whatever dastardly deeds that are going on. That's awesome. That's awesome. Drinking and smoking. Yep. Nice, nice. So she does, like I say, my wife does probate for a living, and she's doing my mom's probate. So I'm on vacation, and we're gonna head down to Oakland on Monday, and we'll be with the kid. I'll be with the kids. She's gonna go deal with that, and it's nice to have 5 days off. This is just a pickup, a Walking Dead cover. I'm reading the compendium, but I'm still collecting the covers. This is really the second print that came out in color, and this is one hell of a story. I'm not gonna lie to you. That Walking Dead, if you read it, this is another pickup. Uh, this this story is part of the Spawn line, and it's no joke. It's no joke. Bloodletter. It's a great story. I'm not really good at giving the explanation, so I'm not gonna tie my tongue up here. But just trust me, you won't be disappointed reading this. Let me see here. Oh, is that right? Hold on, wait. You're saying hold on. Let me see. Let me see here. Pre-code horror comic from the 30s. So you're talking about this one? Okay, okay. What do you know the name of the movie? Because I could probably get it on screen today at some point and watch it. That's an Amish. The G Man, you know the name of the movie? Because I could probably get it while either little different but so expensive. Yeah. What about this one? Do you know anything about this one? Uh, I'll look for a response and try to keep these things going here. This is another pickup. Spawn. I love Spawn because the thing. Okay, all right. No, sorry. The thing about Spawn that made me fall in love was the fact that his story is. I mean, here's this guy just wants to be left alone, but no matter where he goes, trouble follows him. So he's fighting. He's fighting for people. He's being attacked, and then he's being attacked from many different sides. I mean, come on, man, that's an addict story. Addict just wants to be left alone. Got that good old Flash Gordon. This has just been a great storyline. I grew up watching Flash Gordon on TV. I did not grow up reading Flash Gordon comic books. So I've been really, really enjoying this comic. Again, I'm not going to go into all the specifics, but in the back of the book, there seems to be an extra story or two extra stories about Flash Gordon. So it's almost like three or two comic books in one comic book. So it's been kind of nice. And I think I got this off the shelf. I think I bought this because I see that everyone's been buying these up. So I got a couple now myself. It's a pet. I don't know what the story's about, but it's a really, really nice cover. Lots of color in there. I call it eye candy. There's lots of things to look for. You know, um, you have the down here they're having some fun. Then over here they're having a little bit of fun. Up here in the booth, again, there's some stuff going on there. The telephone. Then over there, the people, the waiters, right here, they're having some fun. Then up here, got a little something going on. Then up here, and just this comic covers like this, they're just, you can't stop looking at them. They're really, really fun to look at. Let's see. Okay. Man, G, man. All right. We're not finished yet, baby. Still got more to go. Remember, I got 45 of them. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting tired now. Showing comics is hard. I always tell people I'm not a YouTuber. I'm just someone who loves to share those comics every now and then. Oh, that was a big goal. Okay, I think we're losing now. I think this might be my fourth copy. I think this might be my fifth or sixth copy of this. Still a cool cover though. I love all the colors. To get all the different colors in there. I've been trying to talk to my kids when they read. Try to sit under a light because you can see all the colors of the book you're reading. They absolutely love reading now. Okay, this is a win. This is a win, hands down. Hands down. I don't know what clown this is, but very cool. I don't have this cover. I think it's Pennywise. I don't remember ever seeing Pennywise in that outfit though. What do you think, G-Man? There's the balloon. Yeah, that's Pennywise. I'm sure it is. I just don't remember ever seeing Pennywise wear that outfit. Yep. Okay. Here we go. Uh-oh. Let's see what we got here. Oh my God. Whew. This is a win. This is a win. This is a win. I don't have this cover at all. I didn't even think something like this was even possible because I think this is one of those covers you have to spend a lot of extra money on. So, but buying the blind bag, you only spend like what, $4 or $5. So this is definitely a win because I think that's one of the covers that costs a little bit of money to get. I know if you buy one cover, it's a strong possibility you're not gonna get nothing big. That's like trying to buy a lottery ticket. You got to get a couple of them to get a couple of bangers. So, and believe me, 30 is not a lot. I was watching the Heavens Comics, and they were saying that people coming to the shop pre-ordering 100 books, 150 books, 40 books. I said, is that right? Man, I ran to the comic shop. I'm gonna put an order in for 40 for 30 comic books. So here's another one of these. I think this is my third or fourth copy. I'm losing count at this point. But again, I love this cover. I love this cover. This is just an awesome cover. Okay, here we go. Ooh, I think we're losing. This is like my third or fourth cover it is. Little Wolfman running around. Looks like he's being chased by somebody. Wailing Wolfie. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna try to keep it moving here because okay, this is the second one like this. Ooh, I wish I used to be able to bend down like that on one knee. Not anymore. Not unless I'm in the hot water soaking my whole body at the gym. Anyway. Hey, wherever she is, if she pulled a sword on me, I would obey. That's all I'm going to say. Uh-oh. Third one. Okay, we're not winning no more. When you get 3 of them, you're not winning no more. Right? I think this is my fourth or fifth one like this. I wish I knew what movie this is from. I feel like I've seen this movie before, but because everything is from a movie that he makes. Okay, we losing. This is about my sixth one like this. Maybe more, maybe less, but I know I'm at 5 or 6 for sure. Oh my God. Okay, the girl underwater with the scuba diver gear on. When I first got this one, I was like, cool, cool, cool. Weird Tail Witches, Weird Tales or Witches Tales. I think the one with the wine glass for the 30s. Okay, let me write that down. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Okay, I'm actually in the kids' room. I have no space. I'm cluttered around all their stuff. And my comic book room upstairs is cluttered with comic books because I live at work. So let me find something that they have. They always got notepad paper laying around. Let's see here. And of course, right when you need a piece of paper, there's none available. Okay. Let me write that down. Weird. You said Witches' Tales. Okay, Weird Tales or Witches' Tales. I know we get Paramount here at home and we get Netflix, but Paramount has, every time I try to watch something, it just freezes up. So this is my last time ordering Paramount. I don't want Paramount no more after. When this 1 year is up, I'm good. Paramount was a good channel for a long time, but this year, every time I try to watch something, the channel just freezes up. I believe this is my third or fourth one like this. My third or fourth one. So I don't really sell comic books. You know, that's just a whole nother headache. But there's no way I can just, I don't know. Okay, Pennywise, I'm not selling this. I love clowns. Right, very cool. The balloon. Let me see what's going on here. So there's actually 2 balloons in there. So here's one balloon up there top, but then there's the second balloon there. I think, let me see. I don't know what, oh, there's 2 more in back. There's 2, 3, 4. So then there's 2 green balloons here. And then over here, there's a blue and purple balloon. It's like you got to look for stuff on the covers. And so that's something to me, sometimes that makes the cover very interesting when you got to look for stuff. So I love that kind of stuff, you know. Okay, let's keep this going. Like I said, there's a lot of them. I did not have this cover. So this is very cool. All white cover. Very cool. Another Frankenstein. I love Frankenstein, but killing me, G. Not you, G, but you know the saying. You're killing me, G. Oh, they must have threw a whole case of these at one spot. I know we're up to like 9 to 10 now. These. Let me see what you're saying, G. You will see Amish cover for sure. So the Netflix Frankenstein, the other is from a pre-code horror comic book, Witches' Tales or Weird Tales comic book. Oh, okay. That's very cool. I have to check that out. Oh, shucks. I gotta get the scissors, cut this off. I'm gonna try and keep it moving here. Okay, they get to me now. This is where the highway robbery comes from when you get a bunch of the same books, right? Hey, some people smoke, some people drink, some people go clubbing all the time. I just buy comic books. If it wasn't for me being married, I'll probably live in a camper with a bunch of comic books. Another one. Can you believe that? It's all fun though. Okay, I think this is a win. I mean, this is cool in a sense. This is cool in a sense because I don't have this cover. And as far as Dracula is concerned, I can't really say like I'm this huge fan of Dracula, but Dracula's been around since like the 30s, maybe even before that. There's so many Dracula movies out there now. Like, I mean, so this is a win for sure. This is a win. I don't know if this is one of those books that you got like pay extra for, because you got your regular comic books, and then you got those other books that cost like 50 or $60 to get. I would have to look that up. 1920s. Okay, 19. Oh, Dracula's been around since 1920s. We got two of these. Bam. Look at that. All right. I'm trying to find something here. Ah. So Dracula's in the building. Dracula is in the building. Can you believe it? Okay. Gee, what's going on with me, man? Can you believe that? Okay. Okay. Okay, let's get the scissors here. Yeah, the best way to open these blind bags is do not rip them open. It is. Do not rip them open. It's just better to just cut the top off. Oh my God. I'm getting sick of this guy. He keeps showing up in my blind bags. He's in the house. I didn't do the Batman blind book because, yeah. Okay, there she is again. I'm going to dream about her tonight. But there's something about this. Let me see. There's something about this, though, I just now noticed. Okay. So if you look close, it's a girl underwater with scuba diving gear on, right? Remember, you always got to look for stuff. Then up here in the corner, there's a shark. And then if you look here, she's looking at a shark coming for her. So now it makes sense that her hands are up. She's like, oh no, I'm about to die. Oh no, he's coming for me, right? And so that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. You know, like I say, some of these covers are a puzzle. You gotta try to figure it out. Let's see what else we got here. So this is actually a Batman blind bag. I have a bunch of number one Batmans, and it came with this. I ordered from that comic shop. Like I just can't think of the name of it top of my head. But normally before a new issue drops, you can buy a box of number ones for like $100 something, or you can buy the second box of number ones for like $300. I just can't think of the name of that comic book shop off my top of my head. It's online, of course. But let's see what this is. I didn't do the Batman blind books. I feel like that's too big of a commitment. Oh, come on now. Shoot. All right, gotta get this baby cut open somehow. Just cut this a little bit more. There we go. Still gonna come out. So let me cut the corner off. It's getting caught up on that corner right there. There we go. I don't have this cover. I mean, I got this cover as a number one, but I think this is a foil cover, so I don't have this. Look at the back of it. I thought this was the front cover at first. This is nice. This is nice. I didn't grow up a Batman fan. I don't know what made me a Batman fan. I just think I became one, and and then I got obsessed with getting in on the full run. So like the last Batman, I did not get in on a full run. I had to go around and scrounge up as many copies as I can, and I still don't have the number one issue. And I'm still working to put that whole run together, but I got most of them. It's like I got half and half basically, but now I gotta work backwards to get those. I still got a couple more left, and I have a bad habit of starting a conversation, not finishing, because I'm trying not to get sidetracked on these books. I want to try and get this knocked out. So I got a couple of those already. The only thing about the Wolfman I like is that Jack Nicholson played him. That was pretty cool. And Lon Chaney Jr. was a Frankenstein in the Wolfman. I think he played the Mummy at one point too. And when you look at Lon Chaney Jr., you don't say to yourself, "Wow, he's a great looking dude," or he's a because when you look at him, you don't think much. But once he goes into Frankenstein mode, it's over. Once he goes into look at my girl. Okay, I'm gonna marry her, whoever this is. No, I'm just kidding. So I got a bunch of these. Let's see here. Okay, I know I only have two of these. So again, I think this is one of those ones that you gotta pay top dollar to get. So I'm not sure. I call that a squirrel, right? A squirrel. Why you call it a squirrel? There's nothing really. Well, I was looking for blood spilling on this, but you do see. Oh, being sidetracked. Oh, okay. If you look close at his collar, I was looking for drips of blood, but if you look close, you see spots of blood. You see spots of dried up blood around his collar. I don't know what that little fur thing is right there. I don't know what that is. I would think blood would be dripping from his hand and his little whatever kind of tool that is. I don't know what kind of tool that is. His eyes are really. So this is a pretty cool one. So I'm glad to have two of those. We got two left. Let's see if we can knock it out. Okay, this is a win. I don't have this one. This is the win. Here goes Hoax Daddy again. Freaky Frank. Freaky Frank in the building. Freaky Frank. Okay, if my wife cheat on me, I hope it's with somebody named Freaky Frank. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, this is gonna be the last blind bag. Look at my guy made it. He made it again. G-Man, did you get any blind bags? You didn't get no blind bags? You're the G-Man. He said, hell no. How I'm just curious, how come? Were you just not interested or just curious? I Wish I'd have brought me a garbage bag in here, but I didn't. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just it's I ain't gonna lie, it's hard trying to keep up on what's hot and what's not. I mean, Uh, I'm not retired, and I lost my last job. It's not a big secret. I was a bus driver for 7 years. I loved that job. It was the best job of my life, and I got into a fight on the bus and lost that job. And then I was going from job to job. So now I got another job, and it's actually a really good job. But every Thursday, um, we have these meetings, and they talk about um, things that can get you fired. So I'm thinking about quitting the driving part and maybe just work in the warehouse. It pays about $4 cheaper, but I'm still in the union. I will still get raises. I wouldn't have to be on the road. The drivers have a lot more rules to follow, and driving is not like it used to be. Almost every single company that a person drives for, there's cameras that sit in the truck, and they just, if you just go like this, it records you. All you can do is put your hand up by your face, you record it. You know, does it make it safer to drive for you? Well, if someone does something to the truck, so that makes it safer. But it's just, you know, like I was saying earlier in the video, no one wakes up in the morning and says, "Oh, I'm gonna go to work and I'm gonna get into an accident." Like no one says that to themselves. It's gonna happen, but they will let you go after one accident, after two accidents. That's it. You're out of there. Whereas my last job, you had to cause a lot of money damage. I'm talking about money that you can't even spell damage to get fired, or you have to get 25 points to get fired. So, or you have to get into a fight on the bus. you know, so but they've been treating me good. They treat me good, and it's just a lot of work. It's a lot of physical. It's a lot of physical work. So it kills me over. And like I said, my wife does probate for a living, and she's doing my mom's probate. And I'm on vacation, so we're going to Oakland. We're gonna go down there on Monday. I'll be with the kids at Grateful Lodge, and she is going to go knock out the probate and see what else needs to be done before we sell my mom's house. And last time she was there, she found a bunch of comic books. And I don't know if I should show. Well, I can show a couple of them. I'll show a couple of them real fast. Let me just move some of this stuff out the way. And I'll try not to trip on this cord here. So I'm going to move this light so I can get down. And then I'll be right back. Let me put these off to the side. I've looked at some of these comics online, and I can tell you some of them are, they're not really worth much. Here's one that would cost 12 cents. So this wasn't World's Finest, issue 176. It's a really nice red cover, really nice, right? Let me see here. We have 3 points, and you're out. That's good work. Very physical. I will be 60 next October. I'm 53. I'm trying to make it to 60. I'm trying to make it to 68 so I can enjoy some of these benefits I've earned. I have one pension from one job, a 401k from another job. And if I can get my 5 years in with this job, I will have another pension. And I'm thinking about longevity with the company. But if I do one thing wrong on the road, that's it. And I don't want to look for another job. It's just way too hard. Because I'm greedy when it comes to what I'm going to be paid. I want the benefits. I want the pension. I want. I want. When I say benefits, like 90% to 100. Shucks, there goes the light again. It's a very dark right where I am. I got all this stuff here rigged. Here we go. Okay. Anyway, let's knock these books out real fast. So I don't know anything about any of these stories. Beauty and the Beast. And this is actually a pretty cool looking cover. Because when you say Beauty and the Beast, I'm thinking of the Disney movies. I'm not thinking of some girl dressed up in the jungle blasting some guy away. That looks like very violent there. I'm like, okay, this is Beauty and the Beast. Look at that guy's face. He's like, you got me. That's kind of cool looking. I thought this was a cool cover. But this is not a big book, believe it or not. It has the big book smell, though. That's issue 5, Web of Spider-Man. Here's Action Comics. Issue 370, lots of things to look at. So this stuff has just been sitting in the house with here we go. So I don't know anything about these comics. Amazing Spider-Man 264. Yeah, I don't know anything about these comics at all. It's Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man, issue 18. Yeah, I'll just do a couple of them here. Marvel Team Up Spider-Man and Ant-Man. Now these team ups are actually from what I've read in the past, they are really exciting comic books because they're full of action. They're just all full of action. I have a huge collection, been collected 40 years. Favorite Silver Surfer is my years. Favorite Silver Surfer is my favorite, and Preco Horror Comics is my go-to. A lot of new stuff hitting the market. Only what you like. I got you. Here's some Batman action. Kind of like this one a little bit, this cover. I think I've seen this cover kind of redone several different times. Bronze and silver peacoat. Right. I like this. I saw this and I said, man, that looks like a really good story. This is something I would like to read this whole story. This caught my eye. So this could really caught my eye here. And then so let's put this one over here. Actually, I don't want to put it because the smell to it. We'll put it right there. And then this one, I thought this might be something. This ain't worth nothing. There's a lot of action going on in there, though. There's a lot of action going on. A lot of action. A lot of action in there. This is a king size annual. A lot of fighting. The Eternals. Here's World's Finest. The Bat Witch Must Burn. I thought this was very interesting. It's a World's Finest. I mean, I see people chasing these things around, and I see them selling for a little bit online sometimes. Right? Justice League. This is a 80-page giant, so it probably has 5 or 6 different stories in it. right? The Eternal's good, read nice. Yep. Superman has two Terror Men gunning for him, and this one doesn't even need a gun. So I guess Superman's getting shot up. So this guy here has a gun, but this guy here, he has some kind of laser coming out his finger. You can see that finger business there. This is a really, really good cover because you can see the agony in Superman's face. So it's really, really good cover there. This is interesting the way someone bagged this. It's double bagged. But the issues are two separate ones. Web of Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man, two different runs. I really like this cover right here, though. That red. So this is issue 36, and this is 134. Let's see. Superman always getting beat up on the classic covers. Yep. Here's a Green Lantern. This is something I've never seen before. Really cool cover. Here's Spider-Man taking a whooping. He's taking a whooping there. Says suit is being shredded apart. Yeah. Yeah, all these comics are just laying around in my mom's house. My brother passed away, so I think he was really in the. I don't know that he was in the comics. I think he just kind of had them, or I don't know if I bought them and gave them to my brother because I have a brother. I went to the store and just bought a whole bunch of comics and gave to him. From my understanding, my father took them and threw them away. So I don't really know where these came from. Here's a king size annual. Yeah. King size annual. A perfect day for me is Wake Up. This is a really fiery cover. They did really well with the colors. You can see the guy down here trying to. You see Spider-Man. You see the guy down here trying to fight back. Yeah. It's Captain Marvel. This cover actually came off. And then when I saw this, I ain't gonna lie, I got happy. I thought it was issue 1, but it's actually issue 3. Ghostbusters. Can you believe that? I'm keeping this. This ain't going nowhere. I grew up with this. I grew up watching Ghostbusters, everything. So the cartoons, everything. So I'll put this with the Charlton Bullseye. Yeah, like I say, it's just a bunch of stuff here that I'll do a few more. Here's a Spider-Man here. And I looked up some of these books and they're only worth like 10, 12 bucks each. And the problem with selling comics online is they could just sit there online for weeks, months before someone says, hey, I think I'll buy that. You have to kind of run into that right person. I like this one. Most of the time you see someone laying down, it's the Hulk or Frankenstein or something like that. So this is kind of Omega Man Saka. I don't know much about Black Hulk. Nothing can stop the war wheel. Looks very exciting there. Here's Marvel Tales. These are actually some pretty good stories. I mean, just full of action, nonstop, page turners. Okay. Okay, go ahead, go find some business. There we go. This is issue 214, The Amazing Spider-Man. The covers are in actually really good condition for, because I believe this is from the original run of Spider-Man. I can't be sure. Okay. And then look at that guy's face. Look at his nose. You know he's up to no good. So very cool. Yeah. Let's see if I can find something exciting here. I thought this was a really exciting cover here. I really like that cover a lot. This is Flash issue 177. So with these older comics, sometimes if you can just put a small run together, like maybe 100 to 200, it can work out well for you. So I really like this one. That's just something different. I think I'll put this one over here. And then here's another Flash story. I thought this was really cool. It looks like he's saving someone. And I'm just going to try to get the most exciting ones here. Okay, we got some World's Finest. You can never go wrong with those. So here's 3 of them here. Here's issue 181. Right? They're being chased by something there. Here's issue 175. This is a Batman K-Crusader. I guess they're being judged by other Batmans and Supermans around the world or something. So that's kind of cool. This is issue 173. Something happened to them to their old men. Really great covers. I mean, just very talented, just exciting. Someone took the time out to just make it very appealing. I'm not saying comics today aren't appealing, but I mean, I don't know. Is it bad to use videos and machines, or is it better to use your hand and ink, or is it better to do both? I don't know. You know, but there's something about having something in your head and then drawing it, and then I'm not really a computer savvy person, so there's something about using a computer and going and creating something, you know. So let me see. I'm just show you some more exciting stuff here. Anything Swamp Thing is good. This is a Swamp Thing cover. Swamp Thing has such a good heart. You know, he has such a good heart. Mm-hmm. Yep, really depends. Here's just Captain Marvel. I don't really know much about Captain Marvel, but seemed like he's always fighting for justice. This is issue 6. Sometimes when you see issue 6 or 4 or 3, the idea comes, maybe I should hunt that down. No, don't do that. You gotta, hunt down hunt down what you're hunting down. And this is the Justice League here. It's issue 64. A lot of action going on in there. A lot of action. Okay. I never read the New Mutants the New Mutants. This is issue 30. So a lot of exciting stuff there. I don't know what's going on. I don't know nothing really about them. I would read them if he was a man before he turned into a woman. Okay. If the New Mutants came out with a new title by someone who was a great writer, I would start buying those comic books and read it, because I would like to learn about them. Sometimes trying to go back to the beginning, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's too many. Oh, I bought this book and it's stained. Oh, I bought this book and the page is missing. It's just so much time is invested in doing that, And I remember before I had comics, I couldn't wait to get me a big pile of them. Now I'm like, I gotta be careful. Let's see. Here's World's Finest 178. So like I wouldn't mind owning World's Finest, but I would want to do something like maybe 150 to 250, something like that. I wouldn't want issue number 1. That'd be too hard to accomplish. But no one cares about the in-betweens, Now this is definitely something I'm gonna keep. I grew up with Mr. T. That's 18. It's issue 2. Unfortunately, these books aren't worth much. But like I said, I looked up a couple of them, and actually I looked up a lot of them, and they were only worth $10, $12 each. Here's something cool. This is Doctor Strange. Some kind of magician fight over a girl, I guess. Very cool. Here's a Secret Wars 2, issue 1. I have 2 of these. I always thought this was a big book. It's not. They're very easy to get attained. And then here's Secret Wars 2, issue 2. I got 2 of these as well. I think I got the whole run upstairs already. So, and then here's issue 3, 4. I always thought this was a cool cover. Got everybody in there. There's my guy, the Hulk. So that's a good cover there. That's 3. Here's issue 4. Yeah, I got my kids into reading. They love reading now. They love going to the library. They love hanging out with me. And then, of course, there's always the payoff. Starbucks Frappuccinos. Yeah, there's always the payoff. Now, here's a story that I've never heard about before. There's always that strange stuff that I always get attracted to. This is Night Force. I would like to find out about this and read a little bit more. It just looks like one of those stories that could be great, but no one never really took the time, you know. I'll put that over there. Defenders. I always wanted to read this run, but I just, you know, never got into it. Unknown Soldier. Ha. These are always great readers. I mean, you don't even need a full run to enjoy the story. You can just pick one up and start reading it, and you just get excited reading this. The Unknown Soldier. This is probably one of the most solid runs out there, period. This is issue 243. This is a great looking cover. The New Mutants. She punched the hell out that guy. Issue 17. And here's the World's Finest. I'm not gonna lie, I never really knew Superman and Batman were always at each other's throat. They're friends or enemies, enemies or friends, friends or enemies, or they're captured together or getting beat up together. I never really knew that until I started looking at some of these covers. Here's a king-size annual of the Spider-Man. There's a lot going on in there. A lot going on. This is issue 1, king-size annual. Spider-Man and the Uncanny X-Men. Can never go wrong when you got the Uncanny X-Men in the house. You know what's going down. World's Finest. So here's a cover. That must have came from that other book. This is 284. I don't know what this is. It looks like Batman, Superman, and the Hulk all in one, or some green guy. Yeah. Yep. So I don't think I'm gonna show any more comics because, like I said, there's another big pile over there. It's about as big as this pile, and I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do with them yet. You know, definitely gotta get some boxes to put all this stuff in. Gotta get them bagged and boarded. But they've been okay all this time like this, and I don't want to be a lazy collector though. I tell you what, if you shoot me your address, I can, send you a couple of these Monster and the Wolf books if you like a couple. Because like I said, I got a bunch of copies, and it's not going to hurt me, to give away 5 or 6 books. I'll try to, if you're interested, G-Man, you can just shoot me the address on the IG. And I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. You have a great day, and I'll try to catch one of your shows. Today's the first time in a long time when I'm not very, very, very tired. So I'll try to catch a couple of shows today. With that, I'm going to go ahead and end my session. You have a good morning.